Hi, this is Zena Krogadal, American Dreamer. How are you today? Gosh, what a beautiful day it is here in Prescott, right? If you happen to catch me right now, please give me a shout out. Let me know that you're here. And I know I talked about that I'm probably going to try to do more live streams and that sort of thing. So I'm trying to learn my way around all of this. So bear with me as I'm learning. And I wanted to do a market update. I know I said that a couple of weeks ago, but I've got to figure out this StreamYard and trying to get the slides on here. So I'm going to work on that next week. It's been kind of crazy with the holidays and so much going on. And I just haven't had the time. Plus, I've had a few health issues that have kind of happened. And so that slowed me down. But next week is my mission to figure out how to get the slides onto this because I want you to have some visuals as I talk about the market update. And next week's probably a good time anyways. We're rearing at the end of the year and wanting to know what maybe next year's going to look like. So, okay. So thank you so much. And I'm glad you're here. Are you ready for Christmas? Can you believe that Christmas is in 2 days? What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing to get ready for Christmas? I still have to wrap a couple more gifts, and I'll be heading down to see my daughter and son-in-law tomorrow and their family, and that should be a really good time. So I'm looking forward to that. So, anyways, I wanted to hop on here and just kind of check in. If you're here, give me a hello or shout out something, and love it if you'd share the screen. But I just wanted to share my heart. Just wanted to let you know what I've been. What the Lord has been doing in my life, in my heart, and just thought I would share it with you because I feel like He's been challenging me more to be sure to share the things that He's been teaching me, that I'm not too really supposed to just keep it to myself and just my inner circle of friends here, but my friends all over the world here that I know. And so the question is, have you ever found yourself in a place where you felt down and hopeless and felt like you were pinned into a corner and didn't know what to do? Have you ever been there? I have. I have totally been there. Been through definitely some hard times, in the past, been to where, we've had financial struggles and, even lost a home back in 2008 2009 time, when the economy was really terrible and tough. And so uh if that's you, just give me a yes. I've been there. I know what you're talking about. And anyways, as I've been reading, because I feel like times are really tough right now, especially as we've been shopping for Christmas, Christmas presents, and even buying food for our holiday get-togethers. Everything's so expensive, right? Oh my gosh, it's like double the price, sometimes even triple, but the grocery bills has been crazy, just been crazy. So everybody's noticing the crunch right now, that our money is not going very far. And then also, I know some people have lost their jobs, that companies are laying people off. I mean, we're starting to really feel the effects of the economy. And I think some of us are kind of, feeling like, um, how do I get myself out of this? Lord, why am I here? And how do I get out of this? So let me just kind of read to you um, what I read the other day, and it was just so encouraging. So it's in Second Kings chapter 4, and it's Elisha and the widow. So, all right, here we go. Let me read to you. Now, the wife of one of the sons of the prophets cried to Elisha, "Your servant, my husband, is dead, and you know that your servant feared the Lord. But the creditor has come to take my 2 children to be his slaves." And Elisha said to her, "Well, what shall I do for you? Tell me, what have you in the house?" And she said, "Your servant has nothing in the house except a jar of oil." Then he said to her, "Go outside and borrow vessels from all your neighbors. Empty the vessels, not too few." So he wanted to make sure that she didn't just get too few, to get as many as she could, not too few. "Then go in and shut the door behind yourself and your sons and pour into all the vessels. And when one is full, set it aside. So she went from him and shut the door behind herself and her sons. And as she poured, they brought the vessels to her. When the vessels were full, she said to her son, "Bring me another vessel." And he said to her, "There is not another." So she basically poured oil into these vessels one by one. And Elisha specifically told her, "When you go out and get the vessels from your neighbors, don't get too few. I want you to get as many as you can." And I'm sure that the widow was thinking to her in her head, like, how is this even possible? I already know I don't have that much oil left in that jar, and I'm not sure we're gonna have enough to fill all these vessels. And what's he gonna have me do with these? But by love and respect that she had for Elisha, and she was such in a desperate place that she's like, I'll do anything you tell me to do because I need I need to pay the bills. Like the bills are piling up and I'm about to lose everything, including my sons. I mean, do you guys understand? Have you been there? I've been there. Like when you feel like you're going to lose everything, it feels so hopeless, doesn't it? And then you feel like it's hard to even talk about it, right? It's really hard to let other people know your struggles, whether it's because of embarrassment or whatever. But the fact that she came and she said, "Please help me. I don't know what to do." And here's something that really struck me is that Elisha, he could have just given her money and said, "How much do you owe? Let me see if I can just give you a donation and you can pay it," right? But instead, he says, "What do you have in your home?" And when she answers, she's like, "I don't know. I don't have anything. Like the only thing I have is this jar of oil. Like what use is it going to be? I mean, it's just oil." And so Elisha basically asked her to take a step of faith, right? He says, "Oh, so you still have some sort of resource. You've got a resource. Let's utilize that resource." So something that God had really been really speaking to me lately is that, bringing me all the way back to Genesis, when God gives the command to Adam and Eve to be fruitful and multiply. I think some of us think that to be fruitful and multiply just really meant to have children and to, have a family and that sort of thing. But he's really brought me back to really show me that when he's talking about being fruitful and multiply, he's talking about multiplying talents, gifts, resources, your faith. He wants to multiply everything. And something that my husband had really encouraged us a few weeks ago at our Primetime 55 and Better ministry that we lead, he reminded us that Jesus came to this world so that we could have an abundant life. That's what the Bible says, that Jesus came so that we could have an abundant life. He doesn't want us to have a mediocre life. He doesn't want us to have a so-so life. He wants us to live an abundant life. And the only way that that's going to happen is if we put in our full faith and trust, in knowing that He is our provider and that He's already told us, that He has great plans for us, right? Plans to prosper us. Correct? Do you believe that? Yes? I believe it. And this is not a prosperity gospel I'm shouting out here. I want to be very clear. This is not a prosperity gospel message, but I want to just be real, and just say that God really wants to multiply. So whatever resources, so don't feel like there's hopeless, there's nothing I can do. I just, even if you've lost your job, but bills are piling up, your bank account is getting thinner and thinner, and you're not sure how that next bill is going to get paid. Look around and check and see, what resources do I have? And then go to the Lord. Lord, multiply it. Show me how I can use this resource. It could be as easy as the internet and your phone. I mean, that is a huge resource, you guys. I mean, we live in a world that there's all sorts of ways to make money on the internet. And you're thinking, how? I don't even like to be on social media or on Facebook. How am I going to make money? There's so much out there. You guys, I want to encourage you. I've definitely have always counseled people to get mentors. You always want a mentor and you always want somebody to mentor. Does that mean you want a protege? You want to mentor yourself, someone who is going to hold you accountable and lift you up and challenge you. And then you also want to be able to have somebody that you can pull along to do the same thing with. And when you've got those two things in check, it really helps you to grow as a person. And so get a mentor spiritually, financially, business, whatever it is. Get yourself a mentor. Does it you may have to pay for a mentor or education or something, but find a way. Pray about it, find a way. And I'm telling you, it's going to change your life. When you get into mentorship, when you get into mastermind groups, when you get into uh, you know, surrounding yourself with people who can really help you come along, who've been there, who've done that, and they're succeeding in life in the areas you want to succeed in. Pick your mentors, pick your spiritual mentors. Make sure you go have lunch and hang out with somebody that you say, you watch their marriage and they look like they have a fantastic marriage, and you want to know the secrets of how to have a successful marriage. Start to get to know these couples and really glean their wisdom, learn by their experience, learn by their knowledge, learn by whatever that they have to give you. Same thing in finances and business. Find someone, whoever. There's so many amazing people out there there's some big names out there like Grant Cardone. Um, I've actually came across these great group of guys, and it's called Rock Your Life with Craig Duswalt. And it's been an amazing group to be a part of. And James Barber, I've been working with them to work on some things, and also Ken Walls with Grow Live. So that's why I'm trying to do this live stream more. I'm really trying to get stretched out, because as I'm reading and as God is really ministering to me, the challenge is get out there and let me multiply your talents. God wants to multiply your talents, your gifts, and your resources. So I just wanted to encourage you to not feel so hopeless and not feel like there's nothing you can do. There really is. And if you want to chat, I'd love to chat with you. Get a hold of me. I'd love to just, sometimes just having someone to have a sounding board with makes all the difference in the world, right? So I, that's really the emphasis that I wanted to give. I don't want to sit here and um, get going for too long, because I know we're all busy and we've got to get our Christmas shopping in, right? So anyways, I wanted to leave you with that. I'm sure there's more to come, because like I said, God is just ministering to me in a way that um, that I haven't been ministered to in a really long time. And not only that, but he's also challenging me to share what he's giving. And so that I'm not to be selfish with it, but to also share the knowledge and share the wisdom that I'm gaining. So I hope you find it to be a blessing that I'm on here, not an annoyance. But if you're watching even the replay, let me know that you watched the replay. I could really use the encouragement of that. So, and next week, like I said, my mission is to learn how to get the PowerPoint slides on here so that we can go through the market updates. And so let me know if there's anything I can do for you. And Merry Christmas. Be blessed, be prosperous. Um, I'm excited to see what God's going to do in your life in 2023 as well. All right, I'll chat with you soon. Have a great one. Bye.